We got to read the books, man. It's hidden knowledge in these books, bruh. Hidden knowledge in the books. It ain't even hidden, but it's knowledge that's hidden because don't nobody want to read. I don't like reading either. But if you put some headphones on me and it got some knowledge up in there, I'm going to listen, man. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. It's your boy, and I got my star co-host that just left. We back once again. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about how books could change your life, how books changed my life, how books changed my life, and how I feel like my favorite quote is books got all the answers. What answers? All of them. Start reading them. Books really changed my life, man. I want to speak on what got me started reading books, first and foremost, how I consume my books, and why I believe you as well should consume books. So the reason why I started reading books is because I wanted to expand my knowledge. I started to expand my knowledge first with podcasts, and after hearing certain things on the podcast, my mind had gotten expanded to a level in which it could no longer shrink. So I just heard too many things. Essentially, I had seen too many things, literally, from watching these podcasts and hearing these individuals tell their stories and pretty much break it down. So I was just getting so much knowledge. I was working at Amazon as a delivery driver at the time. And I was getting a lot of knowledge just from listening to the podcast and just getting so much knowledge, hearing so many figures. And I'm into watching financial podcasts a lot. So I was hearing astronomical numbers from all ethnic races, from all age groups, and male and female. So it was just a mind-boggling experience. And like I said, my mind got expanded to a certain extent, in which it almost seemed like the information that I was hearing, it almost seemed like these individuals were lying. And it was just the simple fact that they weren't lying. So I just sat back, I listened, and I learned. You know what I mean? And pretty much from listening and learning from them, I always had a question in my mind, like how are you making this happen? What motivated you? And pretty much the major question that always burned inside of me was how. And they explained it in all of the videos and things of the sort, but it's just there's different levels and different degrees of knowledge, and for everybody they receive things differently. And for me, the podcast wasn't as deep of an intellectual dive as I wanted it to be. I kind of had questions and things that I really wanted answered, but I really didn't know how to answer the questions, if that makes sense. So after watching these podcasts, I just got intrigued and learned a lot more. And Graham Stephan on the Iced Coffee Hour, he referred to a book that changed his life, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So that's the podcast that I was watching. I was heavily influenced by this podcast, and he recommended that book that changed his life. So I immediately went and picked it up. I really don't like reading physical books. It's really not fun to me. You know what I mean? It kind of takes away from the experience of learning. So what I did was I got the audiobook version, and I listened to it when I had the time, when I was driving. And man, I'm speechless. That book changed my life. Like it just expanded my mind once again. The book basis was basically about, a summary of the book was about manifestation in relation to money. Money was just a variable. You could put anything in as the variable, but money was the variable. And I just love that book to let you know that anything is possible as long as you have a definite burning desire and a will to work for it. You will, without a doubt, achieve what you are willing to. You will achieve will achieve the goal that you are working toward. And that book really changed my life, and it expanded my mind to a certain degree in which I was just high on knowledge. I tell everybody about that book, and I'm always referring quotes from. I can't say I'm referring quotes from it, but it's certain things that are always in my mind, and that book in particular has me taking the word "can't" out of my vocabulary and replacing it with "how can I." So yeah, that book was just so influential in my life, as well as the podcast, and books have just been a cornerstone to me getting to the next level. And I know that I'm getting to a next level because the certain people that I talk to, the people that I was talking to on a regular day basis, they no longer understand the type of conversations that I'm having with them. You know what I mean? I'm speaking a totally different language, and when I get into certain rooms and I'm listening to certain people talk on podcasts, for example, I actually understand the words. I understand the vocabulary, and I'm feeling like it's an amazing feeling. So books just changed my life, and I implore you guys to go ahead and check out books. There's hidden knowledge in books. You know what I mean? There are individuals who are uberly successful in their own right, and then they write about their success stories in a book, exactly detailing step by step how they became successful. And there are people in the world who don't read the books. We got to read the books, man. It's hidden knowledge in these books, bruh. Hidden knowledge in the books. It ain't even hidden, but it's knowledge that's hidden because don't nobody want to read. I don't like reading either. But if you put some headphones on me and it got some knowledge up in there, I'm going to listen, man. So I implore y'all to go ahead and check out Audible. Audible is where I get all of my books from. Even on YouTube, there's a lot of free books on YouTube that you can go pop in and listen to and stuff like that. And one more thing that I want to leave you guys with, I'm like more of a speed reader. Although I don't even read, I just listen. So the way that I do it is I skim through a bunch of books, and then the books that really have a great impact, that I feel like they have a massive amount of knowledge in them, I'll go back to those books over time, and I'll make sure to go back and study those books. And with me saying that I skim books, I just turn up the read speed to 1.75. That might sound crazy to you guys, but just try it out. Your mind can comprehend a lot more than you give it credit for. So, yeah, man, skim these books, get some knowledge from them. Leave them down in the comments. What is your favorite book? How did that book change your life? And let me know what you think about Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. Check it out. Let's talk about it. All right, I'll catch y'all in the next one.